Hello, thank you for allowing me into your space. I welcome you to this channel, the channel for your spiritual, personal, economical, financial, and mental growth. Chawata Sandeke here, sounding the trumpets of Africa's economic, financial, and independence liberation. Many are the times that Africa has been dragging behind on the issues of economical independence. Yes, of course, we might have acquired political independence, but we are still under colonialism when it comes to economical independence. Therefore, this is your channel where we grow economically and financially. Today, I've brought you yet another interesting and very important topic. In this video, we'll be looking at overcoming failure. Overcoming failure, or rather overcoming the fear of failure. Many people have stayed in their toxic relationship. They're still bothered whether to take a step and leave. Others are still stuck on their low-paying jobs. Others are still stuck on their old habits that have kept them from achieving their full potential. The habits of drinking, the habits of drug abuse, they have been kept there by the cobweb of fear, by the cobweb of fear of failure. Therefore, today let's dissect the topic and see how best it can work for us rather than working against us. One would wonder and ask, why do people fail? Number one, why people fail is having an unrealistic perspective about life. Having a view about life that is not true. The view that life must be easy. The view that has been pictured and painted by social media. When people make small amounts of money, they go out there dressing as though they are rich, flying money and flashing money here and there, where people they think in life everything should just be smooth and go smoothly. That's wrong, and I'm here to dispute that fact. Life was never designed to be easy. If it was designed to be easy, Jesus Christ could not have died on the cross of Calvary. He would have just come and proclaimed us to be free from sin. The fact that he had to die, it should tell to say life was never designed to be easy. Therefore, go and make your attempts. If you fail, it's okay. That's life. That's how life was designed to be. The other thing is that having unrealistic expectations. We all expect somebody to come from the front door. If not from the front door, they should come from the back door and aid us. Some of us, we feel our rich relatives owe us something. Some of us feel the government owes us something. None of those people owe you anything. It's your life and it's about you. Therefore, make that step. Begin to learn from your failures. When you fail, it means you are a step closer to your success. When you fail, your failure makes you a smarter person than you were before you actually failed. There is a rule by Malcolm Gladwell. He called it a 10,000 rule, where he said any expert in any field, they have put into practice 10,000 hours before they became the expert of those fields. Look at Bill Gates. Dropped his prestigious law course from the prestigious university, the Harvard University, and began investing his hours into the computer, where he discovered some of the massive discoveries that I've ever discovered on this world. And he became the best and the champion because he mastered the 10,000 rule. Look at Steve Jobs. Dropped from the prestigious course and began to do computer programming. His first attempt, he failed his Lisa computer. To him, it wasn't really failure, but he discovered a way of not doing it. Then he developed another way of doing it, which was the Macintosh computer, and he succeeded. Today, his inventions are everywhere. The iPhones are everywhere. The Apple laptops are everywhere. And they are one of the most luxurious IT equipments that we have all over the world, because he took a further step after failing in his Lisa computer. Michael Jordan, he missed 9,000 shots. Imagine that number of failure. 9,000 is not a small number. Some of you can't even go up to 100,000 shots. He missed 9,000. He lost almost 300 games. 26 times his team depended upon him to score the winning goal. But he failed. Then he said, I failed again and again and again, and that's why I succeeded. Albert Einstein, he said, and I quote, show me a person who has never failed, and I'll show you a person who has never tried to do something new. As though that quote is not enough, Zig Ziglar came in and gave us another interesting quote. He said, and I quote, it's not how far you fall, but how high you bounce back is what counts. Ladies and gentlemen, let us wake up from the slumber of believing that failure is death. Because Winston Churchill reminds us through his quote, and he said, victory is not final. Failure is not fatal. The ability to continue is what counts. Truth must be told, many are the lessons that we learn from failed projects than that we learn from success. Mostly when we fail, we go back to the surgery board and begin to look where we made the mistake. Last year at Lev Manawasa Medical University, there was one of the students who were campaigning to be the institutional president. For the sake of argument, I'll mention the name Shepard Mwenda. He campaigned, he had put everything in that campaign that he could put. He involved everybody, felt he's supposed to be involved for the election to be a success. The election day came, the results were announced, he lost by 23 votes. Those who loved him, they went to him and told him, you've tried, I think leave these things, after all in politics there is no peace. This year, the elections were called upon. Shepard again went to the polls. He campaigned vigorously as though he never failed. Many of the times he told me on phone to say, last year I made that mistake, I'm not going to repeat it this time around. Results were announced. Shepard Mwenda scooped the position of Rev Manawasa Medical University president. He was only a step away from failure. Everything that you need, it is on the other side of failure. Only those who have the courage to cross the boundary called failure are going to enjoy the fruits of success that are on the other side. These are the reasons why men fail. Perfectionism. Many other people want to do things in a perfect way. If it is to write a song, they want to make sure their audience are dancing to the song before the song is released. Many of the songs that made hits in Zambia and abroad, they're those songs that the producer thought it is not going to do that much sense. If you want, you can ask Chef 187, ask Chandanake when they released that song called Bulongo. Them, they thought that song won't be a hit as it is. I'm not good at other Western musicians. I would have also given you some to consult from. One would ask to say, you've told us men have failed. What causes failure? But tell us now, how do we then overcome failure? Here are the few points that I've come with that can help you handle and battle with this animal called failure. Number one, understand and expect that at times you will fail. It is only when you understand and expect that at times you will fail, that you're going to succeed. Look here. You are a human being. Human being by nature, we make mistakes. The Bible says to err is human, but to forgive is divine. Therefore, the Bible itself admits that we are the humans and born to error. Therefore, when you make a mistake, it should make you to remind you to say, it is when you learn from the mistake that you are going to become a better person. According to Albert Einstein, he said, the only real mistakes are the ones that we learn nothing from them. Therefore, do not just have the ability to learn from your mistakes, but also have the courage to grow from your mistakes. Life is about failure. If you want to learn something new, you must learn it through failing over and over, not until you find yourself succeeding at that thing. The other point is, do not take failure personally. Many of the times when we fail, we beat ourselves. We see ourselves not being good enough. We see ourselves being lazy and weak, not having the capabilities needed to succeed. But I'm here to tell you that when you fail, it means you are one of the courageous men who tried to attempt something big, but you never had the experience to go through it. Therefore, use that failed project as the lessons for the future projects and future endeavors that you're about to do. The other thing is, remember that Feria has produced much success. It is from the failed projects that were conducted by great men that we have the great inventions of today. Henry Ford failed many times before he invented the horseless carriage that we have today, which are the motor vehicles. When everybody believed that we're supposed to be drilled and run by chariots and horses, Ford came and made the horseless carriage, which is a vehicle. The list is endless of the people who made several attempts to make life better. The other point is, appreciate and learn from failure. Failure presents itself with much lessons that are meant for your growth. You need to take time to sit down and remember and learn and memorize the failure that you encountered when you failed at something. It is only when you failed that you become better at something. Elon Musk says, and I quote, "If things are not failing, it means you are not being innovative enough. If you've accomplished all the planned goals, it means that your goals were too small for you to fail. Therefore, wake up and drive and break through your comfort zone and begin making strong and big dreams that when you fail, begin to learn from those failures." I want to leave you with a quote coming from Albert Einstein. He said, and I quote, "Much of life is failure are from the people who never realized how close they were to success before they gave up." You didn't hear me? I'll repeat it. Much of life is failure are from people who gave up when they didn't know how close they were to success. I want to ask you a question. Do you want to be that person who is when you're almost one punch away from success and you want to give up? Therefore, I want to kindle your light today to say, do not give up on that dream. Continue waking up on that dream, waking up on that project, waking up on that person. Do not give. Your time is yet to come. Sooner or later, it will be done. One man said, if you stay long enough along the barber shop, sooner or later, you're going to have a haircut. Chawata Siandeke here, sounding the trumpets for economic liberation of Africa. See you next time for much interesting topics like this one. Therefore, remember to share and like the video and share it with other friends that might be battling the fear of failure, that together we will overcome the fear of failure and become a great continent. Thanks very much.